to the Secret Podcast, episode 127. Now, the Secret Podcast is only a secret because there is damn near no one watching. But you can help us become less of a secret by following the links in the description to our various social media accounts. You can also find a link to our Patreon where you can pledge us a couple dollars a month and get some cool prizes. Like what, Christopher?
You can get prizes such as the $10 Patreon call that we do every month. It's always a hootenanny. We've gotten multiple reviews from people. You can check us out on patreon.com and see our little reviews. We've got such great things as Ruined My Self-Esteem from One Gaming Sans Rose. We have another one, Made Me Change My Government Name to Squires from Asinus. You really come through and you leave a different person, and that's what we want to do. We want to mold you to however we see fit. So if you would like to talk to the hosts here every month for at least an hour, usually more, you can do that for $10 a month. We also have a bunch of other prizes that are going to tickle your fucking G-spot, and we know you haven't had your G-spot tickled in your entire life, so you're going to want to go ahead and check out that link.
That's right, you pathetic weasels. And you can also check out our sponsor, audibletrial.com/secret podcast, where you can get yourself a cool audiobook. I recommend you listen to what, Johnny?
Well, there are many books to listen to. I think recently the composition by Xavien was the three-body problem, I want to say.
Let's get it in early.
Real talk, though. I've read the book like 3 or 4 times. It's a great book.
And it is a great book.
Amazing book. The best book, believe me. Yeah.
It is a fantastic book.
Oh, it's the hard copy. Flex. Guy actually reads it.
So fantastic that I have to carry it with me to work every day.
What's that?
This is the three-body problem written by
you listening, Alex? God damn it.
Now, I do have a question for you, Matt. Why do you have such... Now, bear with me here. Why do you have technology from Johnny's time? Instead, why don't you have it on Audible is my question.
Well, for me, as a Chinaman, it is difficult to read. However, I do like to appear able to read. So as my eyes squint in terror trying to decipher words, failing miserably.
I've never read a book in my life, so I have no idea.
Hey, I can't blame you. These things are very difficult to decipher. I have the audiobook playing in my AirPod.
So that's double flexing. You're not only like, you're being like a hipster, like, oh, look at this old technology. Like, have you ever seen a book before? Aside from Johnny, of course. And you have the AirPods in.
Dude, okay, honestly, like, okay, so this past Friday is my 26th birthday. It was the first birthday I woke up and I was just like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, your back cracked as you got out of bed. You want
like I went for a run today and I'm just like, oh God, my back, my upper back, my arms, they all hurt. What's the problem here?
Now, did you tell your registered nurse before you went out on your run, just in case?
You know, I didn't. I wanted to challenge myself without the walker or the big ass Skechers shoes that they give in the nursing home, but unfortunately, you know, the injury was kind of, you know, it was destined to happen. So
now I will say you do have a clean fade, so you got that going for you.
I do, and it's the same place as last time, $12 for a fade. And yeah, honestly, I should have given my senior card because I would have gotten a discount that way. So it's been like $6 or $7, but it's okay. We'll cast that aside.
Not bad.
We do have a very, 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 very special and highly requested guest. HiTopFilms. Alex, thank you for coming back.
Yeah, man. Was I highly fucking requested?
I think so. I think the first time you were on, everyone really, really loved it.
Oh, damn. I'm
on
on
an episode.
I did. I don't know. I don't think I say that every time somebody comes on.
Do you just shit talk? I don't know.
No, I think I just be like, hey, thanks for coming.
Well, dude, honestly,
we do have certain guests that I won't say in particular that we don't ever say, hey, man, people have been clamoring to have you back, and we haven't had them back.
Oh, damn. I'm scared. I'm going to be that after this episode. I'm going to get banned.
Wait, it's your second appearance. You can't say that.
How many? What's the most anyone's ever been on the show? How many episodes?
Well, if you got me as a guest, I'm the most because I'm the most recurring one. But like,
you're like a reoccurring guest star that like lasts a few seasons before they boot you out.
Is this the shit on Johnny episode?
I think it's got to be Thunder, right?
It's got to be Thunder or Toasty, maybe. Because I know we've had
Toasty's only been on like 4 times.
What about Rickshaw though? Rickshaw's
only been on 3 or 4 times.
Really? Oh shit!
I swear to God, there was a time where every 5 to 10 episodes Thunder was on.
I mean, the thing is,
from like the 50s to like the 80s or 90s.
This is like episode 100 in a million. Like, dude, my memory is, I'm cooked.
Okay, Rickshaw was on episode like 23 or 20, somewhere in the early 20s. He was on episode 50.
Johnny's birthday, episode 50. Okay, I'm done. I promise.
Alex, I regret ever being friends with you piece of shit.
Man. I've been on Johnny's podcast like 400 times.
Yeah. Well, it's almost as old as me, to be honest with you.
Nice.
I'm like 456. Yeah.
Nice.
Dude, I'm like Thanos. I'm an eternal. I've just been here since the beginning of time.
I'm inevitable looking ass.
I have a question. I know you want to make a video about it. I'm sure. Like once, I know you've said it like on Twitter. Like once the footage comes out.
Times, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, did you like Endgame or?
I liked it. I didn't love it, and that's what it's about.
Same.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not alone. That's a miracle. That's the best news I've heard all day.
Yeah.
What did you? Was it like the time travel that you didn't like, or
no? It was just I felt like a lot of development for characters happened off screen, but it had to happen off screen because they had to wrap up so much shit. But I would rather see. Can I spoil it? Like, are we talking?
Yeah, no, we've done it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I would rather see an entire movie about Steve and Tony deciding to end their arcs the way they ended their arcs. If that makes sense. Like, I would rather see a set like just an Iron Man and Captain America movie. But like, of course, you have to give Nebula an arc, and you have to give Thanos something. You have to do all that, and they did the best they could. But for me personally, I would rather see something that if this is the goodbye to like the titans of the Marvel universe, I would rather the movie be about the entire goodbye and the decisions that led to that.
Yeah, I totally agree because, like, I mean, I really liked Endgame, but like the fact that those emotional moments were in such a massive team up movie, it kind of takes away some of the validity of those experiences. Where it's like like you said, I'd rather have like an entire arc lead up to that beautiful emotional moment, which was a great moment, but I want an actual motivating premise like for an entire film.
Yeah, I'd rather the whole movie be about Steve deciding that the war's over now. Like I want to go Peggy. But like
I've seen a lot of people like get mad about like I saw one video. I'll just say it's from Comic Store. He was like, yo, Captain America would never go back and be in love with Peggy Parker or whatever her name was. And I was like,
let him be happy. You fucking.
I was like, what are you talking about? And he was.
That's the whole premise behind his character.
I think everyone knew that that's how they were going to end Captain America's thing, was giving him the dance. They've been teasing it for like 10 fucking years.
Yeah, and I was just like, I don't know, man. Like he's gone through it. Like I think like we can let this motherfucker chill. Like if this, because he saw Captain Marvel, take a fucking Thanos headbutt to the face and run through a ship and blow it up One Punch Man style, and then like. He's like, you know what? Like, they'll probably be okay without me.
Yeah, they'll be fine. I'm just gonna become an old man. Which theory do you guys believe, that the writers, which they say that like old man Steve has always been around and that he's in the timeline and that the entire time?
That doesn't work because like
that's what the Russos say.
No, the Russos don't agree with their own fucking movie logic then, because
dude. Wait, what the?
No, I mean the Russos disagree with the writers. They say that it has to be a new timeline, and like if we're going by like the plot,
it has to be a new timeline. It also doesn't make sense that it's a new timeline if he was over there, because he would have had to teleport back to the thing.
But I was reading this thing and the writers wrote it, and I like this more. Just like that's what it doesn't make sense, but I like vibe with it more.
Right.
The fact that like the whole time Peggy's husband was Steve, but she just didn't tell that Steve. Like in Winter Soldier when she had dementia, because you never see a picture of her husband. So I just like to believe this whole time that like, old man Steve was fucking off somewhere, even though it makes no sense. But
if they had different time travel rules established, that would have been perfect. Like if they had like either Back to the Future rules or fucking like Terminator rules, where it's like time is a continuous loop, basically. But they literally say like you can't go back to the past and like exist in the past. Like anything you do in terms of time travel is a different timeline from what you've already been in. So it's like but I agree with you. Emotionally, that would be like
okay.
Really
So you have to excuse me. I am the resident dumbass on this podcast, so you might have to explain this to me. So when Captain America goes back to the timeline where he's like fucking Peggy and shit, like what happens to the Captain America that's actually there? Like, what's he doing?
He was still under ice.
There's
oh
exactly.
shit, you true. See, Look, see, I'm just the voice of the audience. That's why, you know.
Well, no, man. I mean, it's like I don't even know. The writers don't know what's up. Neither do the Russos. It's like they're on two completely different pages because it changes everything completely. If they're like, oh no, like old man Steve was hiding during the Battle of Avengers 1 because he knew past Steve was there. Blah 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 blah. But like, I don't know. Whatever. I just choose to believe the fact.
Oh wait,
that
that also does open up a can of shit. Okay, yeah, whatever. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just choosing to believe that they were happy. That's what matters.
Dude, can we talk about? We didn't talk about this last time. Can we talk about Thanos' character a little bit since like my video,
and how he's trash? Yeah, sure.
Oh, dude, I'm with you there, man. They took a complex character. And then they
dude, the whole time I'm watching that movie, I'm like, I don't like this Thanos. Like, that's crazy how they regressed.
Yeah. Now, so this is the annoying thing. So, I mean, we can all agree, like, in terms of characterization, Thanos in Infinity War is transcendently good comparison to what he did in Endgame. So, like, the thing with Endgame is like, okay, so the most powerful weapon Thanos has in the movie is information, or basically he learns about everything about his plan. Like, I can appreciate this. Like, he learns through Nebula's memories that, you know, the way that the Earth is completely disheveled after 5 years and like no one's happy and like basically life stops. Like, he learns that his plan went to shit, and it's because the people that are left behind will always long for the people that are gone. So like, it logically makes sense for him to like think that, but number one, it completely is diametrically opposed from what was in Infinity War. And going off that point, number two, if you're going to have it be like that, you need at least one more scene where he's like, my plan doesn't work. Like
he
upset.
Like he flips like that. That's the thing that sucks.
Exactly.
Because I agree that
scene,
I can see him jumping to that conclusion. Like, well, if half don't work, how about we just hit the whole restart button? But like the thing is, like he was just like he was looking around like, damn, these motherfuckers must not know about me. I bet. I guess everybody's dying. I was like, oh,
it's very similar. Like what you're saying, Johnny, is like if they added that extra scene, it's like very similar to like in Batman versus Superman, where like Superman's just like, I hear about this bat guy, and then the next scene he's like, don't be Batman anymore, you fucking bitch.
Yeah.
But like in the deleted scenes or whatever that they put in like the ultimate cut, you know, he like does some investigative reporting. He's like, oh shit, like this Batman motherfucker, you real bad. And so it makes a little bit more sense when he shows up.
More like it was what bothered me about it was I didn't see. Of course, you need that big action scene because it's dope and cool, right?
Yeah.
But like the Avengers are fighting a guy they don't know. It's not even getting revenge because they got revenge in the first 5 minutes of the movie. That final fight, they're just stopping a guy they have no connection to really, because that's not the Thanos we met in Infinity War, and that's not the one that they dealt with. And I get they need the action scene. They're like, okay, you need that action scene. And that's probably the best way they could give us the action scene. But there's no real like personal battle going on there because it's like, like they don't know that Thanos. They already killed the Thanos that they fucked with.
Okay, like I see where you're coming from a little bit, but there are two things. Number one, like they know that Thanos is a bastard because of everything they experienced in Infinity War. So like any past or present or future interpretation of Thanos, they know is a monster and has to be stopped because he's a psychopath. But number two, like the way he frames it, where it's like, I am inevitable, like I'm a force of nature, like that plays the fact that, even when he's out of time, like even when he's completely stuck out of his own like existence, like Thanos is still a threat that has to be stopped. So I can appreciate it a little more than you can, but I do agree that like in terms of like Thanos, like I said, if they had another scene of him like watching all the memories from Nebula's consciousness, and like he's like, my plan didn't work, these fuckers are behind and they're still like, trying to stop me and stuff, even though I completed what I did. Like if they had that one scene, like it would have taken like 2 or 3 minutes, like that would have made every other arc in the movie with Thanos actually more complete, when he actually says like, I have to destroy all life and like the universe will start over again because you won't remember like what happened. Like that would have been so much better.
Yeah, if he just got to know the people he was fighting more, because he's like, oh, the Avengers, the people, because the Thanos that they fight at the end only knows of them through New York.
Yeah,
theoretically, right?
And also through Nebula too.
Through Nebula.
Watched 5 years of memories, like
But we need to see more of that. So it's
that's
more
what I'm
personal.
saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, you know what's crazy? I know everybody's talking about this, but I'm gonna bring it up since we're talking shit about Endgame. How the fuck, like, you got fucking Hawkman and Widow bitch, and they're like, all right, we're gonna go to the Soul Stone place, and then Nebula's sitting there like,